Alright, welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio, and today we're taking a look at some Horus Heresy content. So we see the Custodes, Solar Auxilia, and Assassins prepare for war with the Liber Imperium. If you enjoyed today's video and daily reactions, reviews, and news, painting, modeling, conversion tutorials, make sure to like and subscribe for Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team, Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, and Horus Heresy content as well. The 18 Space Marine Legions and the Tagmata Omnissiah were not the Emperor's only tools of war used on the Great Crusade. The vast war machine of the Imperium also included the indomitable Legio Custodes, the sinister Sisters of Silence, and the elite Imperial Army personnel of the Solar Auxilia, and the shadowy clades of the Divisio Assassinorum. The Liber Imperium brings these forces into your games of Warhammer, the Horus Heresy, presenting a host of new options including massed Imperial armies and tank columns, or those rare beings genetically engineered beyond even the mighty Space Marines. So we see here the Warhammer the Horus Heresy Liber Imperium. Most of these forces were marshaled to aid in Dorn's defense of the solar system during the later days of the heresy, though they also fought throughout the galaxy under the Emperor's banner. The Legios Custodes are his loyal bodyguards, elite transhuman created with genetic alchemy. As his shining spear, they specialized in taking out the most powerful of Imperium's opponents with their Nemesis rule. Cool piece of art right there. A Legio Custodes Forge World Dreadnought and a pile of corpses. A couple of Custodes standing strong in the background. Very cool. These mighty warriors scan the battlefield looking for particularly worthy targets. Once an enemy unit fulfills this essential criteria to count as a Nemesis unit, the Custodes can engage, gaining +1 attack, +1 to charge rolls, and never needing to roll higher than a 4+ to score a hit, unless that foe is a Primarch. So for Nemesis units, a Nemesis unit is defined as any enemy unit that fulfills at least one of the following conditions. The unit includes one or more models with at least one of the following unit types or unit subtypes: Primarch, Dreadnought, Monstrous, Reinforced, Bombard, Demon, Corrupted, Super Heavy, Unique, or Knight. So basically the big, thick, juicy targets. The majority of the models in the unit have a value of 5 or more in any of the following characteristics: weapon skill, ballistic skill, wounds, or initiative. So basically if they're durable or elite. And then the unit includes an enemy warlord, so any warlord. So obviously they are designed to pick out key powerful targets and then dispatch them. Instead of the precious applications of incredible force, the Solar Auxilia prefer to overwhelm their foes with the weight of numbers along a wider front, massing regiments of infantry and columns of war machines, all firing in a deafening union. So here we see a couple of the Forge World Solar Auxilia tanks, and then obviously a Titan in the background. Pretty cool. Obviously, again, phenomenal piece of art. You can see how little the bros are down here. Very, very cool. Very cool. While still considering the elite of the Imperial Army, the Solar Auxilia outnumbered the legions of Astartes, and their formations are organized in sprawling cohorts that contain tercios. These unique formations train together, and they can act as one, performing synchronized shooting reactions when they are within 3 inches of a model in the same tercio. Let's see how many Space Marine tank lances want to risk a shooting reaction from a tercio made up of Solar Auxilia Leman Russ strike squads. So tercio models with this special rule may only be selected as part of a tercio. When a reaction is declared for a unit with this rule that allows to make a shooting attack or move, then all units from the same tercio that are in formation with the reaction unit may also move or make a shooting attack, as described in the reactions being made. All units that move or shoot are counted as having made a reaction, and thus cannot make further reactions in the same phase, and must target the same unit with a shooting attacks made. The unit is in formation when that unit is in unit coherency, at least one model within 3 inches of a model from a different unit in the same tercio that is also in a unit coherency. So basically, instead of one single unit getting to react, basically like this whole sort of, tercio or like detachment or group of, affiliated troopers, tanks, etc. all react together. So very cool. I imagine this is very powerful in gameplay. A loyalist force can also take advantage of skilled operatives of the Divisio Assassinorum and add an assassin to the army as a non-compulsory HQ choice. So very cool. Obviously really nice looking model right there. The Caluxus Assassin. These top tier killers can be deployed to take out key targets, no matter what the enemy's individual strengths or defenses are. The recently revealed Clade Vanus operative is one of the 8 different brainwashed executioners you can field in an Imperium army. Each clad has specialized tools, and they can turn even adverse situations to their advantage thanks to years of intense training, combat stims, and mysterious augmentations. The tactical displacement reaction allows any assassin targeted by a shooting attack to bob, weave, and pirouette away from any unfriendly fire and carry on with their mission unscathed. The Physio Assassinorum Advanced Reaction, Tactical Displacement. This advanced reaction may be made during the shooting phase whenever an enemy unit targets a unit that is composed entirely of models with the assassin unit subtype with a shooting attack. This reaction unit may immediately move a distance in inches up to twice the majority initiative characteristic of the reacting unit. This move may be made in any direction and ignores all terrain or other effects that would limit the modify the distance move, including allowing models in the reacting unit to move across impassable terrain, as long as the final position of all models in the reacting unit are at least 1 inch away from any enemy models and not within an area of impassable terrain. If after moving any models in the reacting unit are positioned out of range or line of sight for the unit that caused the reaction, that unit may not select another target for the shooting attack, with trigger the reaction, and no dice are rolled. Weapons with the Gets Hot special rule do not need to roll to see if the weapon gets hot, and weapons with the one-use special rule are not considered to have been expended. So basically, it gives them a chance to move. If they can move out of line of sight, you lose your ability to shoot, but don't lose like limited resources. So pretty cool overall. This only scratches the surface of the 176-page Liber Imperium. We've yet to mention the Sisters of Silence and their unique methods of warfare, or any of the tasty new war gear that these varied forces have access to. Any trader should be quaking in their boots. So pretty cool overall. I'm actually going to go ahead and just take a quick look at another article that lines up perfectly with them. Assassinate the enemy infiltrators with their own weapons. So we see this is the new assassin that was mentioned here. Imperial assassins are terrifying, genetically engineered killing machines, bristling the arcane technology and bred to slaughter their targets to one of many exciting ways, from shape-shifting disguises to unmitigating psychic grief. Warhammer veterans will be familiar with assassins from the Eversor, Caluxus, and Vindicator temples, but now a new face joins the roster, the Vanus Infocyte. So very cool. Obviously seeing a new assassin here. This is a nice looking model. I really like this. I am unsure right now if this is going to be plastic or resin. It may tell us in the article. I am assuming that this is going to be a resin model. I'm hoping it will be plastic. Looking at the actual model, I don't see any reason this can't be plastic. It doesn't look like so crazy that they wouldn't be able to do this in plastic. But again, I'm really not sure. It is Horus Heresy. A lot of the Horus Heresy stuff is coming in plastic. Most of the characters, though, for Horus Heresy are coming in resin. So, looks like it might be coming in resin, honestly. A couple of cool, like, unique pistols right here. Obviously, a concealed blade right there. Little servo skull action. Cool looking helmet. Nice looking model overall. I really like the kind of like Dr. Octopus tentacle things going on there. Looks like some sort of like communication device as well. Operatives of the clade Vanus use information as their weapon, processing staggering amounts of battlefield data and detecting enemy troops from the moment they arrive. Their advanced augury equipment can even peer into the noosphere, the veil of communication between machines and their controllers, and twist transmissions to their own ends. That's pretty interesting. With the key to friendly and enemy weapon systems at their fingertips, Infocytes can intercept newcomers with a barrage from their own allies' weapons. They can also wreak havoc on the internal systems Mechanicum Automata, making them perfect counters to the robotic legions of the traitor Tagmata. Couple close-ups here. Nice looking model. Obviously female. Super cool. I definitely like the detail. Good looking paint job as well. Super cool. I really hope this is in plastic. I will definitely pick this up. Although this is the first time the Clad Vanus has received their own model, they've been part of Warhammer lore for some time. Readers of the Horus Heresy novel Nemesis will remember Fawn Tariel, who took part in a mission to assassinate Horus, while the Infocyte Alexia de Mornay is mentioned in the short story To Kill a Dark King. And the unbound Infocyte Ia duels with the Alpha Legion's plotters in Talaran. What is IAEO? It's like all the vowels. The Vanus Infocytes aren't the only new recruits. There are more reveals from the Warhammer, the Horus Heresy coming, and you can be the first to see them. So yeah, it doesn't tell us anything about it. I really wish they would have disclosed if this was plastic or resin, so I would know whether or not to get excited. but definitely a super cool model. So let me know what you're excited for. Does the rest of the Imperial forces excite you? Are you looking forward to this new assassin? I definitely think it is super cool. I will pick this up in plastic. If it's resin, it's a pass for me. There's enough other plastic models I would rather have. And obviously I don't play Heresy. This is clearly a Heresy model. Maybe it gets 40k rules as well. But yeah, we'll see. So let me know what you think down below. If you guys do enjoy these daily reactions, reviews, and news videos, make sure to like and subscribe for anything from Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Horus Heresy, and warcry as well. And obviously make sure to like and subscribe. It's free. It really helps out the channel. And let me know what you're excited about. Are you excited for this assassin? Are you really enjoying 30k lately? Is this new book coming out the game breaker for you? I know this is definitely a big deal. You know, it's super cool to have all the Space Marines, good and bad. It's obviously very cool to have the Adeptus Mechanicus as well, but they are primarily Forge World. But this is the remainder of the Imperium, and there's a lot of cool stuff in here. I have always thought if I was going to play 30k, I would probably either play Custodes or, probably Custodes my number one. Maybe some Loyalist Space Marines. I don't know, maybe some Heretic Space Marines. I don't know. We'll have to see, honestly. I think it would be fun to use the Primarchs. I think overall, that's the most appealing part, is like the Hero Hammer Primarchs. Other than that, the gameplay looks like it's pretty cool so far. I've heard really good things from it. I'm definitely pulling for the Horus Heresy community. Is it going to dethrone 40k, though, and take over the world? Probably not. Is it a fad, and, you know, it's going to die back off? I don't know if I would say it's a fad. I think right now it's the shiny new thing in the new game, and it's fun. But who knows, you know, a year or two from now, what the rule bloat looks like, what all the power creep looks like, etc. You know, does it fall victim to the 40k syndrome, or, you know, does it stay where it's at? I hope it stays pure. You know, they can have one game that's like rules bloat and power creep, and one game that pretty much just stays the same. And, you know, people can pick which one they want. I think that would be a great idea, but we'll see if that's what they're thinking. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. I'm, of course, Warhammer Man, and this is Warhammer Man Studios. And that's it for today.